Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is my, so to speak, inaugural sermon speaking. In all my, I think, 7 years in Church of Christ, I've listened to no less than 350 sermons. If you factor in, there will be 52 weeks a year, so easily, very easy to multiply. 52 times 7, about 300 sermons. And obviously, all the sermons are good. Of course, once or maybe about a handful of them I was also called napping. But I mean, this is part and parcel of each and every one of us. And for those who are people like Poh Hee Hong, Albert, and Courtney, from you, probably they could have heard easily 1,000 over sermons. Now, when a pilot is qualified as a captain, they're talking about number of flying hours, and 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours. Now, comparatively, can you give me a back? Is that okay? So, comparatively with the elder brothers here, I'm still a small child, but they try. And obviously, from the second year onward, as in Pejam Church of Christ, I was a bit, very inspired by many of the sermon speakers. Of course, I won't mention their name, they are among us, beginners. So, and each time when they speak, I felt so inspired that I always wanted to be a sermon speaker. But knowing very well, I'm a man of little courage, and I always had to overcome my, I'm also shy by nature, and I always want for that. And I will always remember when I was baptized in Church of Christ in Chang. And suddenly, I don't know who slaughtered me in the opening prayer. I was shocked. Nobody tell me, opening prayer. I just know what to do. And I don't know if I was at least expected that kind of heavy assignment on me. But I can't say no. And I virtually struggled with prayer. And suddenly it was frightening, but nevertheless rewarding too. And I will always remember subsequently, about 3 or 4 weeks later, they asked me to serve the Lord's Prayer, the Lord's Supper. And again, I wasn't prepared because those days it was not so easy that they send by email, what do you call that, your roster. And I will always remember that was very brother from you came to the rescue. Please, you have to believe for me. So I will take the contribution, because the contribution you only do once, but Lord's Supper you have to do twice. So you can block once, but you cannot block twice. So for me, thank you very much. That was many years back. And obviously, as I say, I've always wanted to say one day I must do more than just coming to read scriptures and maybe to do Lord's Supper and all that. And I never expected this day to come so soon, because I had to overcome my own fear of speaking in public, and my, of course, shyness in now, how did this happen that I'm speaking here, so-called speaking sermon was on last Wednesday when Victor and me were going to visit my gate. And Victor was saying, "Oh, I got to go to KL next week." And then we went to helping. He said, "Oh, I'm usual third week." Then we are short of sermon speaker. Can we make some changes? Only we're supposed to be preaching today. Can you just stand in for me? Really? I can't say no to anything that is within my choice. And I told Victor, I do not know whether this fit in, because I was also doing a little research on the verses at the back here, which will focus on the sermon. I was only touching on this and I find it very interesting. So, never mind. I will try my best. And I have hardly any time. It doesn't matter. Because if I don't do it now, I will do it one day. So, never mind. I will continue. And obviously, I can pray to God. And I also try to do more research on it. But by the grace of God, things happen so fast, and I felt, okay, now let me take a moment on. And this sermon is pretty short. I don't want to go into technicalities because what I'm going to share with you, with brothers and sisters, it's actually a book by itself. And the good news is, I managed to compress it into 2 pages. Why is 3 pages? Because I could expand the form. Okay. Now, come back to it. Essentially, these things which I'm going to talk about today is love self for self's sake. 2. Love God for self's sake. 3. Love God for God's sake. And finally, that's strange. Love self for God's sake. It's very vague. It may means different things to different people and every day. We'll go straight into 1. Love self for self's sake. Now, all of us, when we are born into this world, we will experience the first thing, the mother's love. Through the mother's love, we learn how to love ourselves. Love ourselves in the sense of maybe self-preservation, survival, to be protected from the elements of the world, evils and whatsoever. Now, this is a very, very basic form of love that every man, every child is being equipped and taught the day they are a child and living out. Now, this is also essential for our survival because we have to preserve ourselves, we have to look after ourselves. Like Brother Robert's sharing last night, it's also a form of self-preservation. You're on your own, you have no food, naked sometimes. This was when you have love for yourself, you have to protect yourself, you have to begin to be aware of what you wear, what you eat, what are your friends, who are the ones who is protecting you. These are a very basic form of love self for self's sake. Now, there are people who also have given up in life. They can't find love. Perhaps they don't understand actually what love is. To many of us, love means different things to different people. So there's some people who have maybe tried hard, maybe things life have been very unfortunate for them. They never fail to achieve what they have set out to. And maybe some of them unknowingly they set goals higher or beyond their own capabilities. They feel sad, they feel shattered. And the worst case scenario, they take life into their hand. The people who cry and lie due to certain reasons. Because I myself in my teenage time, I also does not understand love. And sometimes I felt life has been very kind to me. I never have this, I never have that. My friends are so happy outwardly, but I don't know their problems. And I find myself in sleep. But of course, my life is also not bad. Comparatively, it's also very tough, coffee shop, helping with other. So now, this may occur to many of us in certain times of our life. In life sometimes, life's ups and downs. Sometimes, every day it seems the whole world is against you. Nobody wants to speak to you. Nobody wants to listen to you. And you feel that even you go to a corner, the whole problem is also you are being surrounded. You just don't understand. Why am I here? I'm very sure certain times of your life, you ask yourself, why am I here? Why does this happen to me? I thought I was brought up in an environment of love. My mother loves me. But my mother knows it's not, it's scolding me all the time, nagging me. What is the meaning of this? So, love for love self can also be on the top and it can be also at the lower end of the life. When, as I say, some people, the only outlet they call escapism. Take life, very tragic. Very tragic. Now, when you come to that stage, life is meaningless. You just know there's no point carrying on. get away from everything, purely try to get away from problems which you can solve, you can't find a solution. Now we come to the second phrase.